In this video series, I'm going through each of the important components you need to understand in order to play piano with your whole body. Last time I talked about posture, and today is going to be about the arm, specifically the forearm unit, meaning everything between your elbow and your fingertips. I'm going to show you how to align and move the forearm unit so that you'll be able to use its weight to achieve more power, control, efficiency, and a better quality sound at the piano. Before trying to apply arm weight or body weight to your playing, it's important to understand what exactly is delivering that weight to the piano. And the answer is a type of bone structure. There may be muscles moving the bones, but it's your bones that are actually delivering the kinetic energy into the piano, and it's best to focus on that. Finding the right structure is crucial if you want to be able to play with any kind of relaxation. People tend to go too far with relaxing, especially if they've been injured or they have pain of some kind. And the problem is they just don't have the right information about the structure they need to relax into. The forearm unit, when it's aligned well, forms something like an arch shape from the fingertip to the back of the elbow. And what happens is gravity is pulling the arm downward, and the arch shape needs to resist the pull of gravity so that when you contact the keys, nothing is going to collapse downward like that. It's going to hold itself up and the energy will be efficiently transferred into the keys. That means that your wrist has to be basically in its mid-range for the arch to support itself. The two endpoints of the arch are the back of the elbow and whichever finger is in contact with the keys. So it's actually a little bit different depending on which finger is playing. In this hand x-ray photo that I'm going to put up, you can see that actually the bones of each finger continue through the hand to connect to the wrist. So you have to think about the energy and weight transferring through that line and not just through some vague concept of the hand then transferring to the fingers. The first thing to do to get this working is to practice resting on each finger. So I'm going to use finger 3 first of all, since it's right in the middle of the hand, and let the weight of my arm rest on it and the strength of the arch hold it up. You can actually tap on it with your other hand just to see if it supports itself. The height can be a bit higher or lower depending on what you're doing in a given piece of music. You can also wiggle around and rotate on the finger just to feel the range that you have in terms of the position. Once you find it, you can move to another finger. I'm going to go to 2 and let the shape adjust. You can tap on it a few times. And now I feel the weight going through finger 2, moving to the other fingers. Let's try 4. Again, it's a different place in the hand, so I'm going to let myself shift and rotate as I need to. Then move over to finger 5. Which is way over on the side of the hand, so we feel the weight transfer going through this line of bones. You may have to rotate outward in this direction in order to find the pinky. And the thumb again is in a different place in the hand, so a different line of weight transfer. It's important not to have the other fingers dangling on the keys as you do this, because you need to feel a clear connection between the structure of your forearm and the finger that's actually playing. Since we're working with a strong arch shape that isn't going to collapse downward, we need to do something to absorb the impact when we contact the key bed. And we're going to do that by absorbing upward instead. So basically let gravity handle the downward force and we take care of the up. You can use upward arm movements like this in conjunction with the other upward forces that are acting on your arm as you're playing. There are actually 3 components to that. There's the weight of the key, which is a small amount of force pushing up against you. Then the key bed, which is a much stronger and more uncompromising force. And then there's also upward movements of the arm. Here's an exercise for that. I'm going to just do forearm staccatos, going with my whole forearm and playing each finger. Again, I'm finding the structure for each one clearly and playing playing staccatos from the elbow. Now I'm going to go to legato notes, but using separate elbow strokes for each note. Now I'm going to take out the separate elbow strokes and just play legato notes and feel like my weight is oriented forward the whole time. So if it's going to collapse in any direction, it's going to be this way, over the keys. I feel a consistent connection to the elbow from each finger, and the shape of the hand is adjusting as I go. Having the weight of your arm consistently present when you're playing means that the finger action required is a lot less. So the fingers don't have to produce all the force because they're acting as basically the end of a longer chain of levers. To show what this looks like when playing a melody, here's just the opening of Mozart's C Major Sonata K545. I'm going to start by finding the thumb with the right kind of structure and weight connection. The other fingers are off the keys so that I can feel the thumb connection clearly. And so passing to the 3 and then the 5, I'm way over on the other side of the hand now. The amount of weight that you feel in the keys is controlled not only by the arm movements, but also by engagement of the rest of your body. And I'm going to get into that in the next episode when I'll talk about putting the pieces together to get your whole body involved in playing the piano. I'm also going to show some more examples of real pieces of music where this kind of playing makes things work a lot better. If you have any comments or questions on what I've shown in this video, you're welcome to leave them in the comments below, and I'll do my best to answer. Thanks for watching.